My friends, this is Andy over at Falco Canine Academy. I am so happy you're with me here on this Sunday. I know it's kind of a weird time. It's 5 o'clock on a Sunday evening, but so much has gone on this week that I wanted to catch y'all up and talk to you about why all of this stuff is related in regard to pet dog training, bed bug dog training, the HDT system, the 2-day conference we have coming up. Why do you care? As a pet dog owner, if you're either visiting this Facebook page for the first time, or it's your second time, or your 100th time visiting the page to see what we're doing. Oh, and the Pet Expo. We got the Pet Expo coming up in, I think it's next week, in Orange County at the Orange County Fairgrounds. Why does that all matter to you? And I'm sure that there's some places or some people that are saying that, you know, other places, they just do this one thing. And so that makes a lot more sense. And I have even been in what's called a hot seat in San Diego on a business forum, where I was on a hot seat and they were talking to me about my business, and they said, you know, your website looks like it's meant for police officers, not for pet dogs, or it's meant for narcotics detection dog handlers, not for pet dogs, and this kind of stuff. And at least in this case, what I want to tell you about with Falco Canine Academy that you get by us doing the things that we do, which is a lot of different things, right, in regard to dogs, including speaking on stage to hundreds of people in whether it's Las Vegas or South Carolina or Texas. I'm leaving for Prescott, Arizona tomorrow to consult on a dog issue. So why would that matter to you? Because I'm going to tell you, because it is super important that you understand that this is what we do. We understand dogs. We understand human beings. We understand what makes them tick. We understand what makes them work. Why is somebody calling me from Anaheim right now? It's my daughter who's in the house. Why is she calling me now when I'm here? She knows I'm in the garage. She should just come out, or in the studio, in the famous Falco Canine Academy studio. So why is this important? It's important because this is what we do. When it comes to the HDT system, the human dog transformation system, I want you to know that Aldo Secchi, who has worked as a police officer in Argentina, dealt with a lot of homeless dogs, dogs that are on the streets for years, that he's helped train and help rehabilitate and actually put in the hands of people where they could live in a home with somebody. This is a dog that knows nothing other than living on the street. Why is it important that we do all these things? Why is it important that Gina, who comes from a different background, but yet here she comes into the pet dog training industry and just really kills it with her and Derek and Amanda and all the other trainers that we have there for you on the field? Why is all of this stuff important? Is because I want you to know it all matters. It's all dog, right? It's all understanding how humans and dogs live together, work together, spend time together, play together, love together. And, especially when there's somebody hurt or, sick, and how a dog relates to that. All of this is great for you, no matter what it is that you are visiting us for, whether you're a dog trainer coming to us to be a better dog trainer through the human dog transformation system, or you have a pet dog who simply is knocking over guests when they come on over to your house, or growling at children while you're on your walk. Whatever that is, the fact that I was a police officer and training police dogs for 20-something years as a police officer, and then, came in and started doing it with other departments throughout the United States, South America, North America, Europe, it all matters. All right. So I know this seems very strange sometimes when you come here and, Andy's talking about detection dogs. Well, at some point during the detection dog discussion, I promise you there's going to be a discussion between the relationship between the dog and the human being and why they work or not work. In the private group the other day, I broadcast from the classroom to all of our members of the human dog transformation system, a lecture that I was giving to all of our bed bug dog handlers about that they have the dog currently that they accept. They've accepted that the dog does not alert properly. They've accepted that the dog doesn't have obedience, but is a detection dog. They've accepted the dog that doesn't search well, right? The reason they have the dog that they have is in almost every case is that it's because it's the dog they accepted based on either their lack of knowledge, lack of interest, laziness, or just, gosh darn it, having the wrong trainer. and that is the truth. All right. There are a couple reasons why they have the dog they have. That's not because they accept it. It's because maybe the wrong dog was selected for them. That can have a bearing on it, but it's not as common, or it's not as often I see that, possibly as simply the handler is just simply accepted that dog. You know, the excuses: I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. The dog's dumb. The dog doesn't listen to me. The dog, right? Or it's the boss if they're an employee. The boss doesn't let me train as much as they probably, he could, right? Or he doesn't give me the equipment that I need, right? I've heard it all. Trust me, I've trained thousands of dog handlers throughout the world, and I've heard all the same excuses. I don't care if you are from the United States, Canada, South America, or Europe. I've heard the excuses. Maybe not as much in Europe. The Europeans don't give me as many of those types of excuses. However, they are angrier sometimes about certain situations. I can tell you that. So I want you to understand that when you come to us, when you come to our Facebook page, and I'm doing a video, I would maybe stick around, right? If you're really interested in learning a little bit of something about your dog, that you may learn it in a bed bug detection dog little Facebook Live that I'm doing, because it often comes to the relationship, and that's super, super important. I just did a Facebook Live in our private group that I was having little glitchy problems that you can't see quite often. Oops, my little thing stopped there. Let's play it again. There we go. And it was throwing me off a little bit, but in the end, I gave them 4 things that they need to really begin to study for the up and coming 2-day conference. If you're not coming, you should be. I don't care if you're a pet dog owner, if you want to be a dog trainer, if you're a veterinarian, if you're a groomer, if you're a dog walker. I don't care what it is you do in the dog industry. You should come to this 2-day conference, because we're already talking about stuff that you need to know if you're in the dog business, if you're in the pet food business, if you're in the pet store business. I would come to this 2-day conference so that you can understand a little bit more about the relationship between humans and their dogs and how it affects them in their daily life, in their obedience, in their ability to have a loving and respectful relationship. This 2-day conference is going to address those things specifically. And what I told them they need to understand, and this is just the first 4 things, and we're going to have more, right? And so the first 4 things is subordination and submission, classical conditioning, and operant conditioning. Those 4 things right now, they need to totally understand, know what they mean, know how they work, know how people are using them, and maybe how many times they're used inappropriately, or they think they're using one over another and they're not, right? So those 4 things are going to be super, super important. So if you are not coming to the 2-day conference and you have any interest in dogs whatsoever, I don't care what it is you do. If you are just really, really interested in your dogs, I would come to the 2-day conference, and I would sign up today, because right now it's half price. You have an early bird special, which you can get if you just go to this post right now. You can see right there, if you go to the URL 2dayhdt.com, the number 2day DAY HDT.com, go to that URL, click on that, and then use the coupon HDT early bird EB HDT EB1/2 for half. HDT EB half off, and you'll get that for half price. It's $799 if you wait until after May 11th and you don't use that coupon code, you're going to pay full price. There's no way around it. On May 11th, that ends on that day. I had a couple people, and as we always do, on the deadline or after the deadline, get a hold of me and say, I got busy, or I couldn't do it. I don't want to miss out. Can you please give me a discount? Can you give me the discount? No, it's the deadline, and there's no going back. I had thought about it on a couple people, and it ended up not being a great idea to even consider it. So, and this is for everybody's good. We want people to get in early. We want to know what the count is. We want to know how many people are going to be there. We want people to take action fast so that we can be prepared for, and this one's going to be limited to 20 people, by the way. And so there's, you better sign up now, because we've already got 10, if not 11 people that are committed to being there. And so there's not that much room left. So in any case, if you don't sign up and use that coupon code on May 11th, it ends. And there's no way that I'm going to open it back up, because it's not good for all the people that took fast action. Say hi to Ray.
Hi. Hi.
She was my assistant today as we were training Jessie. We were working with Jessie, who is a dog that normally likes to jump on people and nip at people. I did a little video not too long ago, and we had a good day today with her. As far as obedience, she didn't want to do detection work today. It was either a little bit too hot or we kind of overwhelmed her on the obedience part of it. So today was not a great day for it was not a great day for detection, but was a fantastic day for obedience. But it is really hot. How hot is it today, Ray? It is super. It is super hot. You called me just a minute ago.
I did.
You did. Somebody did. Or were you guys looking for me? Let's see. How hot is it today? 83. 83. Are you kidding me? No wonder it's so hot in the studio. All right. So I want to let you know. I wanted to let you know the importance of us still doing bed bugs and doing videos on them. Of us having the Pet Expo coming up with Gina and Derek running the show over there in the Pet Expo. Amanda will be there, I'm sure, and whoever else we can get to be there. We have the HDT 2-day conference coming up on June 2nd and 3rd. And we have, what else we have? We have the program itself, the HDT program, which is an online program, which we're quickly putting together as fast as we possibly can, and doing all we can. Yes, Ray, that you come here on the Facebook Live and ask me a question. Yes.
Are we going to do my cooking show?
Are we going to do your cooking show today? I'm not sure. We may have to come back and try to do that. So I know it's 5:17. All right. That's all you want to know is about the cooking show. All right. Yes. So we have all that going on. Again, I would get in. Hey, Sanchez, how you doing? Nice to see you. We got a lot going on. So pay attention to what we're doing. Again, I want to encourage you to not necessarily click off right away when we begin talking about something that may on the surface begin to look like it's unrelated to your Australian Shepherd who is pulling on the leash, because there's often some aspect of what we're talking about that's going to be in relationship to the communication that maybe you may be having with your dog, or lack of communication. It may come down to not understanding what your dog's emotions are. We're going to be talking about a lot about emotions in the human dog transformation system. And maybe you're the wrong collar, maybe the wrong leash, maybe all this stuff that we talk about in all of our subject matter will relate to you. All right. So again, just quickly, I want to make sure and let you know that for the 2-day conference that's coming up in June, you have a limited time to get signed up. We have a limited space, and that coupon code for half price off goes away on May 11th. So you're going to want to do that. We have the Pet Expo coming up. If you have not seen the post, if you're in our pet dog training, you can come down and be a member of the show and get a hold of Derek and make sure that you sign up and show up for the show. That would be great. We'd love having you there. And your dog does not have to be perfect. As a matter of fact, I believe that the fact that we don't have perfect dogs on the training field when we do our show shows the audience how it is we address certain problems. So that is not a big deal. The only thing is if your dog is really aggressive and still is having some issues with aggression, this may not be the best environment for you because there's a lot of dogs around and it may be difficult to control the dog. Now, I'll leave that up to you and contact Derek and Gina and find out if your dog will fit into the show. That would be really a cool thing to do. All right. So that's it. I wanted to catch you all up on everything that was going on and let you know that, again, there's value in just about everything that we post or publish onto this Facebook page, even though, again, in the beginning, it may not seem that it's for you. All right. And yes, I do take a long time sometimes to get the point, as somebody pointed out in a post not too long ago. And she said, you take a really long time to get to the point. Yeah, that's who I am. And that's what you get here on some of these shows. On occasion, I know I have a title on there, but with a quick comment from somebody like Sanchez Aaron or, somebody else, they may derail me for a second, but I almost always try to come back. All right. So that's it for me. Hey, Amy, glad to see you. Oh, that's a new symbol on there. What's that symbol? Again, I need my glasses. I can see that it is either yes. The female symbol. Awesome. I can barely see it. I don't know why. I need my glasses. The little on B Live, the comments is very small. I can see letters, but not symbols, apparently. I can't even see what that first thing is. But anyway, I like it. I'm glad you're here, Amy. And next time I'll remember to bring my glasses so I can see what's going on in the comments. All right. So that's it for me. Make sure if you missed the beginning of the show and we're talking about why it's important to pay attention to what we're doing, that you watch that, because I feel strongly about what it is we do here, that we are really addressing how humans live with their dogs. We want people to do things with their dogs. We want people to have fun with their dogs. We want them not to just leave them in the backyard. We want them to not just leave them in the house all the time because they get embarrassed by taking them up for walks. We want you to get out with your dog. We want you to take your dog to Starbucks and Slotsky's Deli and all the places where you can sit out on a patio with your dog. We want you to do that. And we don't want you to be embarrassed when you're out on a walk. And we want you to be proud of your dog. And we want people, when they ask you, wow, your dog is fantastic, how did you get your dog to do that? Well, you're going to say, because I'm a part of Falco Canine Academy, I'm part of the Falco family. And because I'm part of the Falco family, my dog is nearly perfect, almost like me. All right. So we want you to be able to do that. All right, Amy. Laughing that someone said it takes you too long to get to the point. Is that a friend of yours, Amy? I'm sorry. That's who I am. Again, if you're that person that don't understand that sometimes it takes me a while to get to the point, then this is probably not the Facebook page for you. Again, I love talking about the people that make choices based on stuff like that, and that is cool. It is all right. It is all right that you think that because I have 2 negative comments on Yelp about our training program, that it's not for you. Again, maybe you're not aware that we've trained thousands of dogs over the years, and to have 2 people comment poorly is actually pretty good, right? If you look at anybody's Yelp or Facebook page or whatever, I'm sure they're going to have more than 2. And I've pissed some people off from time to time. I've made some people pretty angry. I think I told you I had the guy throw down his leash and say "F you" and walk out, and walk away. So I'm happy with my 2. Yes, son. How may I help you? You want some chips? Where'd you get those chips?
I found them.
Where'd you find them?
They were just in the
We have chips. Let me make sure they're not too old. Hold on. Before I poison my son. And this is one of the reasons why it takes me so.
No. Don't want to see?
Let me look at the date. May 8th. Oh, good. It's just before the expiration of the coupon code that gets you half price off the HDT system. Thank you for that, son. Yes, you can have some. Yes, you can have some. Scram. Thanks for sharing so much awesome content. Thank you, Amy. I do appreciate that very much. And so, hey, I'm here for you, and I will always do my best. I get to the point as quickly as I can, but every so often, I take a little side road. All right, I have to take a little side road to get there. But I think sometimes the side roads can be very valuable because I will find a story or relate to a story that I have from my past. So that's what you get when you come here. All right. Amy, thanks for joining me. And all the other people. I saw Gina was on. Gina's in my backyard working with Aldo right now with some dogs and some other stuff. So, all right. And chips too. Yeah. I don't know where they find chips. Somebody must have brought them in because that's I don't have them. I don't buy them. So somebody brought them in. We have a few people that kind of live here from time to time. It's like a flop house. All right. That's it. You're learning way too much about me. All right. Thank you very much. I will see you later. And again, come to the 2-day conference. I don't care what it is you do. If it's related to dogs, you need to come. If you're a dog walker, if you are a veterinarian, if you're a groomer, if you are a nutritionist, if you have anything to do with dogs in any industry, you should come to the 2-day conference. It's going to be for you. All right. That is it for me. I'll end now, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.